Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and our home team. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Come on, set. Push the outlets. Run.
A first down throw for Kaiser. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
Check pass. Ankle.
Now Tomlinson on 1st and 10. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Jatavis Brown there on the tackle.
Let's go.
Tempo. At the 17.
Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. That one's complete to Tomlinson. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough. To hold on to that one, it's
Incomplete. It's 2nd down.
line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, Wilson. Going deep downfield for Long. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense. that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Let's go now. Time to go right now. Double tight, guys. Double tight. We got three, fellas. We got three. 6, 7.
On second down, Johnson. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Kaiser from the gun on third. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up fourth down. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now this is fielded in the end zone. There he goes. Touchdown, L.A. That is something you almost never see. A punt return better than 100 yards from one end zone to the other, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Michael Badgley on for the extra point. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. This kickoff. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Kaiser. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
And he's going to go down again. Uchenna and Wosu got the sack there.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
The Charger drive about to get going. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And the Chargers, first down.
Push him back. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Check 26, check 26. Oh, 5 ball. Hey, easy, easy. What?
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Kaiser now after the fumble recovery. Some strong running at the 20. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Again, it's Kaiser. And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Mecole Hardman, the intended target.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
On first down, Tomlinson. Well, they work this well upfield across the 45. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Bang out, bang out, bam, bam. 18. Check, 59.
Play action. Now Wilson. He's going to air one out. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
Following the interception, Kaiser. That'll be caught by St. Brown. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
No.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to have a 3rd down. Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. Man open. It's St. Brown. He's got it. A good pickup there. 21 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. They were looking for Johnson that time. After the interception, here's Wilson. And he will find his man on the outside. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there. 38 yards. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Watch the safety creep. Kill.
Running from the gun, Johnson. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Johnson. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 35-yard line.
25 to Mike. Hayward.
On 2nd and 11 now. Kaiser. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Joey Bosa able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
And it's 3rd down.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. A reminder coming up at halftime. It's the season debut of the coach, Jonathan Coachman, in Orlando, as we look ahead to all the action coming up this opening weekend. And of course, we'll also take a look back at this first half.
Get wide. Showing it. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Share.
3rd and long for Kaiser. And the pressure gets to him again. Uchenna Nwosu, his 2nd sack of the night.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
That's pulled in at the 32. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them